previous lecture, we discussed about biotechnology applications in medicine. There we discussed about how to produce genetically engineered insulin, which is used in the treatment of diabetes mellitus. Now in today's lecture, we will discuss the next topic. It is called gene therapy. This also comes under medical use of biotechnology only. Now, what do you mean by gene therapy? Now, if a person, we know that genes are the basis, right? Genes are the basis which are inherited from the parents to the next generations. And suppose if a child is born with a defective gene, if a child is born with a defective gene, then we call it as a genetic disorder. The child is born with a genetic disorder. Now, the question which arises in the scientist mind is, if a person or if a child is born with a hereditary disease in which the genes are defective, are there any ways to correct it? That is the point in their mind, right? So, we will write down, if a person is born with a hereditary disease, if a person is born with a hereditary disease, is there any means to correct the gene? Is there any means to correct the defective gene? So this is there in their mind. Now they started working on and they came out with a solution. The technique is called gene therapy. Now what is gene therapy? It is an attempt to do so. It's an attempt to correct the defective gene. So gene therapy is an attempt to do so. Now what do we do in gene therapy means, gene therapy includes many techniques, many steps. It includes collection of all the methods that will allow correction of the defective gene. So we will write down here, gene therapy includes, it includes collection of methods. We will write, gene therapy includes collection of methods. It includes collection of methods that allows the correction of the defective gene. That allows correction of the defective gene. Ultimately, gene therapy is a technique or it's a collection of methods where we will try to correct the defective gene. So how will you correct it? How will you correct the gene means, you will introduce the healthy gene into the person. So how will we do gene therapy means, in gene therapy, functional gene is inserted. What do we do here? We take a functional gene and we will try to insert into the person. If we try to insert a functional gene, then what happens? Because the gene is not there, the person is suffering from a disease. Now, since you have supplied the gene, the person will be out of the disease, right? So, in gene therapy, functional gene is inserted into the person to treat the disease. It is inserted into the person to treat the disease. Then the person will be out of disease because you have given the functional gene which will replace the normal gene, isn't it? So what are we doing in gene therapy means, we are correcting the defective gene by replacing it with the normal gene, right? Now the first clinical gene therapy was conducted in which year for which disease we should know. NCERT says that the first clinical gene therapy was conducted in the year 1990. First clinical gene therapy was conducted in the year 1990. It's for a disease called SCID. It is for a disease called SCID. It stands for severe, SCID, severe combined immunodeficiency disorder. So they tried to rectify this disease in a girl child, 4 years old girl child. Her name is Asanti De Silva. A girl, her name is Asanti De Silva. She is suffering from a genetic disorder. What is it called? SCID. Because there is a defect in chromosome number 20. There is a defect in chromosome number 20. Through gene therapy, they rectified it. How did they do it? We will see now, right? So we'll just write down the first clinical gene therapy was conducted. The first clinical gene therapy was conducted in the year 1990 on a 4 years old girl child. On a 4 years old girl child. Okay. On 14th September. It's on 14th September 1990, and the name of the girl child is Ashanti De Silva. Now, this girl is suffering with a genetic disorder. The name of the disease, what disease? She is suffering with the disease called SCID. She is suffering with a hereditary disease called SCID. It stands for Severe Combined Immunodeficiency Disorder. So, SCID stands for Severe Combined Immunodeficiency Disorder. She is suffering from SCID. It stands for Severe Combined Immunodeficiency Disorder. Now, this I told it is a SCID is a genetic disorder. SCID is a genetic disorder. So, that means there is a defective gene. Genetic disorder means there is a defective gene. Because of that defective gene, one enzyme is not getting synthesized. Because of the defective gene, one enzyme is not getting synthesized. What is it enzyme which is not getting synthesized? Means the name of the enzyme is ADA. The name of the enzyme is ADA. Now, what does ADA stands for? Adenosine deaminase. What does ADA stands for? Adenosine deaminase. Now, adenosine deaminase enzyme deficiency will lead to SCID then. Adenosine deaminase enzyme deficiency will cause SCID. Now, this enzyme is coded by a gene. Where is that gene present? That gene is present on chromosome number 20. ADA gene is located on chromosome number 20. ADA gene is located on chromosome number 20. If you want, take a screenshot. We will continue. So, what did we discuss? We came to the next topic in today's session. It's with gene therapy. Now, if a person is born with a hereditary disease, can we rectify it? From there, the concept started gene therapy. What is gene therapy? It includes collection of techniques or collection of methods. Collection of methods which will allow the correction of the defective gene, right? How are you doing it? So, we will introduce the functional gene with the help of a retrovirus vector, so that the person will get the functional gene, the defective gene gets suppressed, the functional gene becomes dominant, it gets expressed, the person will become free of disease. Now, the first experiment was conducted on a girl child. Her name is Ashanti De Silva. When did they conduct the experiment? On 14th September 1990 on a 4 years old girl. She is suffering from a genetic disorder. The name of the disease is called SCID. Stands for Severe Combined Immunodeficiency Disorder. It is a genetic disorder. The defective gene is unable to synthesize the enzyme called ADA. ADA stands for adenosine deaminase. The gene, the defective gene is located on chromosome number 20. Take a screenshot. We will continue. Right? Yes. Now, let's stop. On chromosome number 20, ADA gene is there. This ADA gene codes for ADA enzyme, adenosine deaminase enzyme. If ADA gene is there on chromosome number 20, it codes for an enzyme called adenosine deaminase enzyme. It codes for an enzyme called adenosine deaminase. Now this enzyme, what is the action? What is the substrate? What is the product? Now during the synthesis of DNA, so either the synthesis or the breakdown, children. During the synthesis of the DNA or during the breakdown of DNA, when you come to purine metabolism, in purine metabolism, there is a product or might be a substrate also. It is called deoxyadenosine. So there is a substrate which is called deoxyadenosine. Now this deoxyadenosine, in the presence of ADA enzyme, gets converted to deoxyinosine. It gets converted to deoxyinosine. Deoxyadenosine at greater concentrations, it is toxic. This adenosine deaminase enzyme, it converts the toxic substance into non-toxic deoxyinosine. This is non-toxic inosine, deoxyinosine. Now, since the enzyme is defective here, now what happens? Deoxyinosine is not made. When the deoxyinosine is not made, we will tell deoxyadenosine is accumulated. When the deoxyadenosine is accumulated, when it gets accumulated? When the enzyme is not there. When this gets accumulated, when deoxyadenosine, if it gets accumulated, when it gets accumulated, then the DNA synthesis stops, or the DNA synthesis stops. Which pathway? You know, DNA, the purine metabolism, the nucleotides are synthesized by two pathways, de novo pathway and salvage pathway. We will tell. What are the two pathways? One is called de novo pathway. The second one is called salvage pathway. The salvage pathway is not occurring now. The salvage pathway is not occurring. So the DNA synthesis stopped. When the DNA synthesis stops, it affects the immune system. This DNA synthesis, now it is affecting the immune system. It is affecting the immune system. Means T and B lymphocytes. Immune system, the major cells are T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes only. So T and B lymphocytes are not matured. T and B lymphocytes are not matured. That means from T, we will get cell-mediated immunity. It's not working. From B, we will get humoral immunity. It is not working. So from T cells, we get an immunity which is called cell-mediated immunity. From B cells, through the antibody production, humoral immunity. Since these two cells are not there, neither this immunity is there nor this immunity is there. So that's why we call combined immunodeficiency. Nor this immunity nor that immunity. So we call severe combined immunodeficiency disorder. Now, since immunodeficiency, it is the people who are having SCID, they are infected with small cold also. Each and every infection is prone to them. They are susceptible to they're susceptible to all the infections because immune system is not working. The mechanism which fights against the antigens is not working. So they are susceptible for small diseases also. Understood? Now this is the role of the enzyme. So the disease is SCID. It occurs due to deficiency of ADA gene. ADA gene becomes defective. Because of this defective gene, ADA enzyme will not be made, and the gene is located on chromosome number 20. And this enzyme is required to convert deoxyadenosine into a non-toxic substance called deoxyinosine. Now, if this enzyme is not there, this gets accumulated. Toxic substances gets accumulated. When toxic substances gets accumulated, further DNA synthesis stops. So, DNA synthesis occurs by two pathways. I have given there de novo pathway and salvage pathway. Predominantly, salvage pathway stops. Now, that DNA synthesis stoppage affects the immune system. So the immune system becomes inactive. immune system becomes inactive. Now immune systems, the predominant cells are T cells and B cells. T cells will provide cell mediated immunity. B cells will provide humoral immunity, antibody mediated immunity. Neither this immunity will work nor this immunity will work. So then they will get immunodeficiency. That is a disorder called SCID. Now this we understood. Now how to treat it, we need to think on, right? Now take a screenshot if you want. So in NCERT, they have given that there are two techniques to work out with a gene therapy. One is called, we can directly inject the enzyme into the person who is suffering from SCID. That is one technique. What is that called? That technique is called as enzyme replacement therapy. So two methods are there. Two methods are used to treat the disease. What is that disease? SCID. Children, what is the first technique? It is called enzyme replacement technique. The first technique is called enzyme replacement technique, or we can call therapy because it is therapy. It's called enzyme replacement therapy. What do we do in this enzyme replacement therapy? Means we will give the ADA gene or the ADA enzyme we give, right? So we inject ADA gene or ADA enzyme, either enzyme or ADA gene through injection. So since we are giving it in the form of injection, now for few days till that ADA gene gets expressed, till that ADA enzyme is there, so they will have resistance against diseases, but it's not permanent because after some time it's a protein molecule, it will get degraded. After some time again it doesn't work, again they have to go take one more injection. And the second technique is called bone marrow transplantation. One method is called enzyme replacement therapy, where we try to directly inject the ADA gene or we try to inject the ADA enzyme. The second technique is called bone marrow transplantation. So what is the second technique? It is called bone marrow transplantation. Now, what do we do in this bone marrow transplantation? Now, if you see the long bones only will have the marrow. In this bone marrow, stem cells will be there. Now, these are the stem cells of an infected person. So, stem cells are pluripotent cells. What are these cells called? These are stem cells and they are pluripotent cells, right? They are pluripotent cells. Now, what we need to do in this stem cells, the defective gene is there because T cell, B cell will come from stem cell only. And this stem cell is having the defective gene. Now, for that, what we need to do means from the donor, so we try to inject healthy stem cells. We try to inject, what is this? From the donor, we try to inject healthy stem cells. So, which are having functional ADA gene. We will try to inject healthy stem cells which are having functional ADA gene. Now, these functional ADA gene will suppress this defective gene. The functional ADA gene, what it will do? The functional ADA gene will suppress the defective ADA gene. Since this gene is there, this gene can make the protein, it can make the enzyme, and that enzyme helps in T cell maturation, B cell maturation. They will get the immunity. But the point here is these stem cells are not immortal, right? So the stem cells are pluripotent. They can transform into the other cells. But then since they are not immortal, either this technique or this technique, so it cannot be completely cured, right? So both the techniques are not permanent, right? Are not permanent cure. Both the techniques are not permanent. means they're not permanently curable. Now if you want a permanent cure, how can you do it? Means if we inject these stem cells which are having functional ADA gene into the embryonic stages, from the donor, if we take the stem cells from the donor, if we take the stem cells from the bone marrow, we have bone marrow, in our bone marrow we will have stem cells from the from the donor. If we take the functional ADA stem cells, functional ADA gene containing stem cells, and if we try to inject into the person in the embryonic stage. Now in the embryonic stage means then they get expressed. That becomes a permanent cure. So what is a permanent cure? The permanent cure will be to inject the stem cells having functional ADA gene. We have to inject the stem cell which is having functional ADA gene into the embryonic cells. If we try to inject into the embryonic cells, then that is a permanent solution. That is a permanent solution. Now we will see how did they do the gene therapy by using biotechnology or rDNA technology. These are the two methods, but we tell these two methods are not permanent, because if you take the enzyme replacement therapy, the gene or the enzyme will break after some time. If you go with the bone marrow transplantation also, here also you take the stem cells, they are not immortal, they are mortal, they'll die after some time. So periodic infusion should be given. So periodical injection should be given, periodical stem cells, bone marrow transplantation should be done. So they are not permanent. But what is a permanent way? The permanent way is if you can inject, if you can identify the disorder in the embryonic stage, we can predict it by pedigree charts. If we can identify the disorder in the embryonic stage, and if we try to introduce the stem cell which is having the functional ADA gene into the embryonic cells, then that becomes a permanent cure. Understood? Take a screenshot. Now, in 1990, in which manner they have conducted the gene therapy, that we will see. From the person, they have taken the defective lymphocytes. Yeah. So from the person who is suffering with the disease, right? So he said this person is suffering with SCID. This person is suffering with SCID. Now what did we do? So we have taken the lymphocytes. We have collected the defective lymphocytes and we are culturing. We are culturing the defective lymphocytes from the patient. Right? Children, these are the lymphocytes. These are the lymphocytes in which the ADA gene is defective. Now, I told you, if you want to send anything into an animal cell, the method what we have is retrovirus mediated gene transfer. Now, take a retrovirus. What is this? Retrovirus. Take a retrovirus. Now, in this retrovirus, we have kept our functional ADA gene. In the retrovirus, what did we keep? We have kept our functional ADA gene. But retroviruses will have RNA as a genetic material. Means we have done reverse transcription and we have went with cDNA. So we got cDNA. From RNA we made the DNA, then it will call cDNA. This cDNA is ADA gene. This cDNA is ADA gene that we gave it to the retrovirus. And we asked the retrovirus to infect the cell. These retroviruses which are having functional aDNA, cDNA are now allowed to infect. Animal cell, if it is infected with a virus, the technique is called transfection. The technique, this technique, what is this technique called? Transfection. If bacteria is taking the DNA from the outside medium, it is called transformation. If you are giving a DNA into the cell through a virus, the technique is called transfection. Now, when we do this, what happens, you know? We know that the virus will infect and the virus will send its genetic material. When the virus sends this thing, then all these cells, in all these cells, this ADA gene, functional ADA gene will be expressed. So this is a functional ADA gene. This is a functional ADA gene and this is a defective gene. I told you the defective gene gets suppressed in the presence of functional ADA. So what is this, children? This is defective ADA gene. And then what is this? This is functional ADA gene. This is functional ADA gene. So retrovirus has successfully transferred the functional ADA gene into the lymphocytes. Now these lymphocytes, these are lymphocytes in which the functional ADA gene is there, is cultured. It is cultured. We are growing them. We are multiplying them. You multiply, you increase their number, and then take these lymphocytes. Through injection only you have collected the lymphocytes, right? So these lymphocytes are now injected to the man again, a person who is suffering. Now for him, now we are giving an injection. So what injection we are giving? Which is having lymphocytes in which functional ADA gene is there. Then the person will not suffer from a disease, right? So he becomes normal. He becomes normal. Why? Why he becomes normal? Because he is having the lymphocyte. Because you have given injection of lymphocytes in which ADA genes are there. In which ADA genes are there. So this is a gene therapy technique what they have done. So what did they do? They have taken the lymphocytes, defective lymphocytes in which the defective gene is there from a patient suffering from SCID. They took the lymphocytes in which the defective gene is there, they cultured them, and in the retrovirus, they have introduced the functional ADA gene through reverse transcription technology. They made a cDNA, complementary DNA, and they asked that virus to infect the defective lymphocytes. Now the virus, through a technique called transfection, has infected the defective lymphocytes and transferred the functional ADA gene into the lymphocytes. Now these lymphocytes are cultured to increase their number, and these functional lymphocytes are now injected into the person. Now because the functional lymphocytes are injected, ADA gene is there, the person will not suffer from SCID. But the problem here is the lymphocytes. The problem here is the lymphocytes are mortal. They die after few days. They die after few days. So periodic infusions, periodically the person should take the lymphocytes. So that is why we keep culturing these lymphocytes in which the functional ADA is there. So since the lymphocytes are mortal, periodic infusions are required. Periodic infusions are required. Whereas if you are able to do this, if you are able to send this cell in the embryonic stage itself, then that becomes a permanent cure. So this is a first clinical trial. It was successful. Now scientists are looking upon other gene therapies also. First they are trying to cure the diseases which are having deficiency of single gene. They are working out to do gene therapy for other diseases. Like for example, if you take cystic fibrosis, if we take a disorder called cystic fibrosis. Now cystic fibrosis is due to a defect on chromosome number 7. Like this is ADA on chromosome number 20. Now cystic fibrosis defect on chromosome number 7. They are working out to do gene therapy for cystic fibrosis also. And if we go with hemophilia, hemophilia comes under X-linked recessive disorder. Hemophilia goes with X-linked recessive disorder. Means we can treat it. If you are able to change the X chromosome, then this can be treated. Then they are working on muscular dystrophy. Scientists are working on muscular dystrophy also. Children, muscular dystrophy is also X-linked recessive disorder. This is also X-linked disorder, and scientists are even working on sickle cell anemia. Now, sickle cell anemia is the defect on chromosome number 11. So, they are trying to introduce functional genes on chromosome number 11. They'll replace the defective gene on chromosome number 11. They'll replace the defective gene on chromosome number 7. They'll replace the defective gene which is present on X chromosome, and then they're trying to treat the single gene defective genetic disorders. But now, most of the gene therapy nowadays, most of the scientists nowadays, they are working on what? Nowadays are working on cancerous genes. They are working on cancerous gene therapy. Now, since the cancer, it's a normal gene which became cancerous, right? A person is getting cancer. So now they are trying to do gene therapy for these cancer causing genes. They're trying to replace the cancer causing genes. So this is active research going on nowadays. This is the active research going on nowadays. Children, all this is about gene therapy. We discussed what is gene therapy, how it is corrected, what is the first clinical disorder, what is the first clinical experiment they have done, in which year they have done, for which disease they have done, what enzyme it is, ADA, adenosine deaminase, which is required for the functioning of immune system. Then what are the ways? One is bone marrow transplantation, other one is enzyme replacement therapy, but these two are not permanent. The permanent is sending the gene in the embryonic stage. Now, how did they do? They took the patient's lymphocytes, they cultured it, they have done retroviral infection in which the functional gene is there, and the retrovirus have successfully transferred the functional ADA. Then these cells are cultured and injected to the person, right? And these are the other diseases they are working on, but their main focus of gene therapy is related to cancerous genes. So all this is about gene therapy in this class. In the next session, we will discuss about molecular diagnosis. So if the lectures are informative, like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.